students, get out your cell phones and or planners. So everyone, cell phone or planners, whatever you use to keep track of life. Cell phone or planner, one or the other, Hudson. Cell phone or planner. If you have a physical planner, get it out. Okay, you have your last preview note before break tonight, preview note 6.4. Most likely you will finish today's lesson early, so I recommend you use your little bit of extra time to get a running start on that. We're going to be talking about trapezoids and kites. This is what I'd like you to write down. There's actually 3 things. Number 1, after you do your preview note, the only homework you have the rest of this week until your day 4, which is Thursday, is your take-home practice quiz. It's already been activated. You must show your work on the non-click chart ones. That work must be loaded up, and that is due 9 a.m. on day 4. Why? Because in class on day 4, you will have the 2-cycle Alex quiz for 50 points. Now, what I forgot to put there, and I'm going to add next class, is day 3 in class, you are going to have a team quiz. That's going to be worth 25 points. That is in the assessment category. That team quiz will function similarly when we did that extra credit problem last week. That's kind of practice. So that will be graded on accuracy, but it will also be graded on participation and contribution to the problem-solving process, which means if all you do is eavesdrop on everybody else's efforts and you never contribute, especially you guys at home, your camera's not on, your mic's not on, you're not participating, you will be marked down. So you need to come prepared to day 3 to interact with your classmates, which means cameras on, mics on. Some of you, that means 2 devices at home. Or you physically print the handout so you can keep your iPad camera on. Questions about what's happening this week, folks? You guys, questions? Okay, cell phones away, study guides away. This is what you want in front of you. Whoops, not yet. I want to give you guys a chance. Some of you might recognize this from yesterday. In your breakout rooms, you are going to have a chance to sit and talk about, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial? Or who are you rooting for? Or what did you do instead while the rest of the world was actually watching the Super Bowl? Ready? Go. You guys, go chase that down. You guys, rotate. Talk to each other. That one was a funny one. Yeah. The war zone. Anybody else? They weren't as iconic. The Matthew, for my generation, the Matthew McConaughey in 2D is kind of hysterical. So, or the Edward Scissorhands, but that might be totally lost on you if you don't even know who that character is. Just like the halftime was totally lost on me because I didn't know who the guy's backstory or anything. So, yeah. Any really disappointed KC fans here?
I found like an article about what happened to the Weeknd's face with all like the blood and the weird bandages. I didn't actually see it, but like.
So do you have an explanation for that? Like what was going on?
I think it's part of his new album.
Okay.
And it's like just like a look or
Yeah.
media attention or something.
Maybe. Well, certainly got us talking about it. We're talking about commercials as well as trying to figure out, at least I am, the halftime show. I did not understand that at all, but I'm sure there's some sort of background symbolism that I'm just not familiar with. Okay, real quick, guys, real quick. Just unmute 10 seconds. Favorite commercial? Favorite commercial? That not as good.
Subway.
The Subway one? That's it? Okay. All righty, guys. Go to the first page of today's lesson. You are looking at this. The first page of today's lesson. Your reference booklet, folks. Keep that handy. We started with quadrilaterals. Then we did parallelograms, OCD. Then we have a family of parallelograms and their specific qualities. This is the first page of your lesson. You guys in class, turn to this, please. Turn to this. Sophia, even though you did this, I'd like you to have this handy in front of you, okay? Because I want you to participate in what we're doing right now. No, this is actually the in-class lesson you said you finished already. Students, this is what you are doing. You guys in class, you are writing this down on your paper. Yes, yes or no, is this a parallelogram? Why or why not? You guys on Zoom, you are sending this answer in a text message to me. Okay, and the question is this, looking at the markings of this diagram, yes or no? Yes or no, is it a parallelogram? Why or why not? Go. You're sending me a text. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Yeah, Hudson, you're on paper, kiddo. You're on paper. Oh, you're pulling up the reference booklet? Okay. 30 seconds. Yes or no, folks? You guys in class, you're writing on paper. You can watch the chat. You can see there's quite a debate going on. It's about half and half. Okay, I have about 7 more of you. You need to send me a quick chat. Quick chat, yes or no, parallelogram, why or why not? You guys in class, put your fists in front of you. You guys in class, put your fists in front of you. Fists in front of you. Fists in front, Sophia, Jory, fist in front of you. When I say vote, thumbs up means yes, it's parallelogram. Thumbs down means no. Stick to your guns because the minority has been correct. Ready, vote. Is it a parallelogram or no, it's not? Vote. Make up your minds. Quick, quick, quick. Okay, you guys at home, guess what? 80% of you are wrong. Everyone in this class was wrong. That is not a parallelogram. Watch carefully, guys. Watch carefully. Those of you who said yes, you need to pay attention right now. These are parallel, correct? Okay, you guys in class, are these parallel? That does not mean parallel. That means congruent. So, students, when the answer is no, you need to be able to tell me what it could be. What it could be. So, Mateo, Ross, it's not a parallelogram, but can you tell what shape it might be?
I'm not sure.
That's fine. That's fine. Kelly, what do you think, ma'am?
Isosceles trapezoid.
Yes, guys, watch and follow along. You're now correcting since almost 80% of you got this wrong. Two sides parallel. That's what the marking says. See the parallel? Marking says parallel. The markings also say congruent. Therefore, these markings do not force it to be a parallelogram. Instead, Edwin, what shape is it according to the markings?
A trapezoid.
It's a trapezoid. What kind of trapezoid?
Isosceles.
Bingo. I'm really glad most of you got that wrong because I don't want you to be dependent on what it looks like. You have to pay attention to the markings. Now that I have you slightly paranoid, let's go on to the next one. Same rules applies. 30 seconds. You're going to send me a text. Yes or no? And why or why not? Your hint is this, guys. You should be looking for OCD. That's what you're looking for. You guys in class, you're writing this down. Go. 30 seconds. Chloe, you need to give me a yes or no that it's a parallelogram.
Yeah, I said yes before it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Put it on the same line, dear. That way I don't have to hunt for it. $11 of you owe me a text at home. Quickly, folks. This should honestly only take you about 20 seconds. Lauren, ignore the chat because they may not be right. So just be careful with that. Okay, I have 4 more. 4 more. Okay, in class, folks, fist in front of you. Fist in front of you? Totally okay to be wrong. Don't be paranoid, but vote. Yes or no? Yes or no? Vote. Okay, so I got 3 no's and 2 yeses. I'm so glad you guys are arguing about this. Okay, thank you. So let's take a look here and let me get my highlighter here. Jimmy, what does the marking on these sides tell us?
They're congruent.
No, those arrow feathers do not mean congruent, sir. Try again.
Parallel?
Parallel, yes, they mean parallel. Jory, what do you notice here, right here? What do you notice is going on?
It's armpits, so
Uh-huh.
those angles are the same.
Those angles are the same. What does that force these sides to be? They have to be what? Parallel. You guys at home, this is the first one. This was a yes because opposite sides are parallel indirectly because of the armpits of the Z going on there. So the most of you at home actually got that one right. Congratulations. 2 more, folks. 2 more. Ready? Yes or no? Okay, why or why not? More importantly, if not, what could it be? You guys, I want 3 things from you, or possibly 3. If you say yes, it's a parallelogram, you just have to tell me why. If you say no, I want you to tell me what it could be. I don't want you guys looking at the chat. Write it down yourself. 30 seconds. I'm waiting for 3 more of you. Quickly, text me back. Text me back. I haven't heard from 3 of you. Got it. Ready? OCD. OCD. Mateo Sanchez, what does that D stand for? In OCD, if we're parallelograms, what does that mean?
Oh goodness, I'm blanking.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's a D there. So what's that dealing with?
Diagonal sides or diagonal
Diagonal.
lines?
Yes, and in a parallelogram, what's true about the diagonals?
That they meet at the middle of the
They meet at the
shape?
middle, so watch the hatch marks. Those hatch marks match. These hatch marks match. Is that what's going on in this diagram?
No.
No. All righty, guys. In class, what, McKenna, you shouldn't have your cell phone out really for any reason right now. Can you put it completely in your backpack? In class, guys, does anybody know what this could be? Okay, at home, unmute, talk to me. What could this be?
Could be a trapezoid.
Yes, let me rotate it because it's actually this way. It's facing this way. Watch carefully. It is another isosceles trapezoid. And when you draw on the diagonals, that's not a midpoint, obviously, but right here, these 2 pieces would be equal in an isosceles trap, and these 2 pieces would be equal. So that is an isosceles trapezoid sideways. Last one, folks. You are learning so much. 30 seconds, yes or no, why or why not, go. Ten more seconds. All right, you guys in class, fist in front of you? Fist in front of you? Ready? Vote. Is that a parallelogram or not? Vote. Stick to your guns, one way or the other. It's okay. Okay, so you think no, you think no, you think yes, you think yes, you think no. So we're almost 50-50. Okay, take a look here. Quick question. Students, take a look here. When I trace this, Zach, do the armpits of the Z match?
No.
No. Okay, so this cannot be a parallelogram because if it was, armpits of the Z would be correct. Someone at home, unmute. What could this be shape-wise?
A kite.
Watch carefully, guys. This is probably the trickiest one. Believe it or not, a kite is a geometric shape. Instead of opposite sides being congruent, consecutive sides are. So when you draw in that crossbar, you have two sets of isosceles triangles back to back. This was a kite, friends. All right, good job. Now, good learning experience. Even if you got every single one of those wrong, you are learning something if you pay attention. You now have 3 pages to work on. This is what I recommend you do, folks. The minute you're told a shape is a certain shape, a square, a rhombus, a rectangle, before you do anything else, you ask yourself, what is true? And then you mark what is true directly on the diagram. How do you know what's true? That's what this page is for, friends. That's why you need to keep that close by. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes and let you work as far as you can on your own, and then I'll offer a breakout room for those of you who are a little stuck, but try to do that first page on your own. You guys can talk to each other if you get stuck. Kira, I haven't heard from you. You out there? There she is. Okay, sorry about that, Kira. Safety, you out there? Jonathan? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. Amelia, Chloe, can you read my chat, please? Hudson, what are you working on? What are you working on? What's that?
Back page.
Back page?
Yeah.
Okay, are you on paper?
Yeah, I am.
You are, okay. Tori, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Questions? No? McKenna, questions, ma'am? Lauren, how you doing? You're good? Hudson, question? You're good? Okay. Students, you want to do 1 or 2 problems with me over the next 10 minutes to increase your confidence? Send me a quick chat. Got you, Devin, Jurian, Cameron, Amelia, nice. 5 more seconds, folks. I'm disappearing for about 7 minutes. You want to do a couple problems with me? Send a quick chat. All right, bye. You're on your own. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me. You are my only class where readily several people want to join in the breakout rooms. The other classes, I'm having to cajole them in. So nice job for being proactive. Which problem do you guys want to do together?
Can we do the second one?
Okay, on the first page or back here?
Oh, on the second page.
That would be the bottom problem here.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, read the instructions.
Below is a rhombus. Find the angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 and angle 4. Show work on the diagram.
Okay, so your first order of business is the minute you see the word rhombus, you should just totally ignore the numbers and mark what's true. So Amelia, tell me one thing that's true about a rhombus.
All sides are equal.
Yeah, let's mark it. Boom, 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 bada bing, bada bam, bada boom. Great. Here we go. Cameron, tell me something else that's true about a rhombus.
The diagonals are perpendicular.
They are in general, yes. If we had 2 diagonals, the diagonals would meet at a right angle. We only have 1 here. So Cameron, what would be something else that's true about a diagonal?
The corners bisect.
That's super critical. Okay, so ready, guys? I want your fingers physically on your paper. We're going to do this together. Ready? Touch that 32. Come over here, touch the 4. Devin, what's the measure of angle 4?
32.
You are so correct. Fingers again. I like you to trace like this, armpits of the Z. See the little red dot? I'd like you to trace it. Jurian, what's the measure of angle 2 now, sir?
All right, repeat that whole thing again.
Okay, if I go like
Yeah, I
this.
lost.
Okay, first off, Jurian, what's the measure of angle 4?
32.
You are so correct. Now, if you physically trace this armpit of the Z, what angle do you get now?
2,
2. What's the measure of angle 2?
32.
You are so correct. Devin, back to you. This yellow angle. What's the measure of that yellow angle?
Also 32.
Got it? Great. Now what I'd like you guys to do is I'd like you to physically trace this triangle. Amelia, what's true about this triangle, ma'am?
It adds up to 180.
Yes. So how are you going to find angle 1, ma'am?
You're gonna add 32 and 32 together and then subtract that from 180.
You got it. You got it. Okay, folks, so I want you to finish both of those. I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm going to go check on my other folks. Friends, I'm checking on to see if you have any questions. Any questions? You're stuck on a problem. You now want to join me in the breakout room. Send me a chat. Any questions? You now want to join me in the breakout room. Send me a chat. McKenna, did you have a question, ma'am? Nope. Jory, question? No? Lauren, you doing okay? Hudson, question, sir? Sophia, is this making sense to you, the video? You finished already? You did? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hi, Kelly. All righty, guys. I have time. I can do one more problem with you. Which one do you want to work on?
Can we work on one? Oh, that's on the third
sorry.
page.
You go, Amelia.
No, it's fine. Cameron can choose it since I did the first one.
Okay, Cameron?
Can we do the second problem on this page?
Sure, sure. Cameron, why don't you read that out loud, ma'am?
EFGH is a square. Draw in diagonals EG and FH intersecting at Q. Segment HQ equals 5√2. Find all possible segment lengths and angle measures.
Okay, so step number 1, do you see that word square? Okay, before you try to figure anything out, in 20 seconds, all I want you to do is mark the daylights out of this diagram, showing everything you know is true about squares. I want no numbers, just markings. You've got 30 seconds to mark the daylights out of that. Did I say 30 or 20? I don't remember if I said 30 or I said 30?
30.
30. Okay, you got 30 seconds to mark the daylights out of that. See if we did it correctly. All righty, listen for your names, guys. I'm going to be pestering all of you. Devin, tell me one thing that's true about squares.
All sides are equal length.
Great, great. Cameron, something else.
Every side has a right angle.
Got it, got it. Amelia, something else.
The like diagonals are the same.
Yeah, these pieces here, those
Yeah.
are all the same. You're correct, because a square also qualifies as a rectangle. Jurian, something else that's true.
That's all I got.
Okay, what's happening to these corners, Jurian? If it's a square.
Same side angles.
Yeah, what's happening to those angles? What's happening to the 90 degrees, Jurian, because that's a square?
The dividing.
Yeah, it cuts it in half, right? Because it's
Yeah.
also qualifies as a rhombus. Remember, a square is a rhombus as well. Okay, so what would be the measure of each of those blue angles?
45.
There you go. Okay, Amelia, we just discovered that we have a mess of what kind of triangles?
Wait, say that again?
What, we have a mess of how many, of what kind of triangle specifically?
Oh, 45, 45, 90.
Okay, you guys at home, you guys in class, why don't you join the party? Chant with me. 45, 45, 90. Leg, 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 root 2. So let's label this with, right there, 5 root 2. You got it?
Wait, can you draw that again? Sorry.
Well,
Oh, never
here
mind.
It says right there, H to Q is 5 root 2. Okay, Cameron, talk to me about how you found the blue segment.
You're gonna times it by root 2.
You are so correct. Do you have that number for us?
5 root 4.
Kinda. You're halfway there. Devin, 5 root 2 times root 2. Help us out.
5 root 4.
Yes, but
Oh,
that's
would it be
perfect.
10?
Friends. Yes.
Okay.
Guys, I want you to stop that in-between step. The in-between step is root 2 times root 2 is root 4. I don't want you to think about that. Root 2 times root 2 is just 2. Do you catch that, Devin?
Yeah.
Any radical times itself. So that's why the answer is 10. Jurian, to make sure you understand this, what would 6 root 2 times root 2 be, Jurian?
You said what?
6 root 2 times root 2, what would that be?
Well, that would be 6 root 2, and that would be 12.
That would be 12. Amelia, what would 5 root 3 times root 3 be?
Would it be 15?
You are so correct. Okay, guys, I think you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, take it from there, friends. Mr. Sanchez, any questions?
Nope, thank you. I got it.
All righty. Hudson, did you correct your work?
Yeah.
Okay, in red pen? I should be able to tell where your corrections are. Yeah. Lauren, how you doing, ma'am? You're good? Okay. McKenna? You sure? All right. Questions, ma'am? Sign? Go ahead and just put it there and I'll sign.